What is up, guys? It is Mr. Sports Freak 56 coming at you with a new Notre Dame video. And sorry I didn't have a Boston College recap video. I didn't see much of the game, so I didn't really feel like it was appropriate to make a video on the game. Now, getting on into this video. The University of Notre Dame takes on Michigan State University in primetime in East Lansing in a showdown of two arch rivals that have a historically long rivalry. Now, the huge storyline in this game is the fact that Notre Dame and Michigan State are parting ways in the rivalry, in this rivalry. And it is sad. I don't like seeing teams going away from their rivalry. I remember the biggest thing that people had against the Big Ten expanding was what would happen to the Ohio State and Michigan rivalry. Would they be able to play each other every year? And, you know, the good thing and wonderful thing about Notre Dame being an independent is that they can schedule their own games and whoever they want. Now, the issue, though, is that other teams can't always schedule Notre Dame. So I am sad to see the Michigan State Spartans go, and it will be quite a long time when we will see them again. 2026, I do believe, is the next time Notre Dame will play Michigan State. So this is a huge game. That's, 9 years from now? That's a long time. So things to watch out for. Michigan State is a lot like Notre Dame when it comes to offense. They're a run-heavy offense with a dual-threat quarterback, and they really haven't hit their stride like Notre Dame in the passing game yet. Notre Dame looked great against Temple in all facets of the game, but since we haven't been able to produce on the passing side of the ball. And Michigan State's quarterback coming into this game, I don't know his name, so I do apologize for my ignorance, but coming into this game, he has almost 200 yards, if not 200 yards, rushing as a dual-threat quarterback. So that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Now, our defense, I am not super worried about in this game. Our defense is our savior at the moment. We rely heavily on the defense, and the defense has come up big. You know, that was a huge worry of mine 2 weeks ago against Georgia. It was a worry of mine only because of Boston College and the rivalry aspect of the two teams. But, yeah, Notre Dame's passing offense just hasn't hit its stride yet. Gosh, my grammar today is just absolutely terrible. That's what happens when you run on 4 hours of sleep, guys. Because I do work nights. And, so that's the biggest worry. Now, we have to protect Wimbosh. He had 4 rushing touchdowns against Boston College, but it's Boston College. Boston College is in a rebuilding mode. They are rebuilding their program. So we can't gauge that, on Boston College. We can't say, well, we're going to go into East Lansing and we're going to, score 4 rushing touchdowns against the Spartans. It's unrealistic. And, we have to protect Wimbosh. My 3 things for this game, my 3 huge key things, and it all comes on the offensive side of the ball. Protect Wimbosh, get the passing game going, and don't make stupid mistakes and penalties and turnovers. If we can do that, we will be okay, and we can beat Michigan State. I want to beat Michigan State, not only for the sake of the rivalry, but for the sake that we aren't going to see them for 9 years. I want to see that happen. I do. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we have to shut down the Michigan State rushing attack. We have to. Mark D'Antonio is a trickster when it comes to plays. He has run onside kicks to start a second half. He has run a fake field goal that beat us. I think that was 2010 that beat us. He has run the flea flicker and the Statue of Liberty. And, it just goes on and on and on. He's not afraid to take a shot and to gamble a little bit and throw a curveball at the opposing team. And the other thing that Michigan State prides itself on, and one thing I've always been very, very impressed with them, is the defense. The defense for Michigan State is always very, very solid. Michigan State, it's like Michigan State Penn State, and Ohio State all have prided themselves in the Big Ten on a defensive-minded approach. And Michigan State's defense will look to get pressure on Wimbush, and that goes back to the point I was talking about earlier in this video, protecting Wimbush. But on the flip side, we have to get pressure on Michigan State's quarterback because he is a dual-threat quarterback. He will beat you with his legs, and he will hurt you. He will draw you in and then throw a deep ball for an open, huge, big game. So we cannot allow those things to happen. If we do those three things that I mentioned, we can beat Michigan State. Do I expect us to beat Michigan State? Yes. Every game is a must-win in college football, and it's even bigger when you're A, an independent, and you're B, Notre Dame. I hate making Notre Dame out to be the victim, but the truth of the matter is the world hates Notre Dame. Notre Dame is one of probably 5 programs, and I mention them all the time. Alabama, Alabama, Michigan, Southern Cal, Notre Dame, and depending on the year, Florida State and Oklahoma. You either like them or you hate them. There is no like, yeah, I kind of like the Crimson Tide. It depends on the day. No. You either like them or you hate them. And Notre Dame is in that realm. You either like Notre Dame or you hate Notre Dame. And the world looks for excuses to make for Notre Dame for why they are bad or why they are overrated or why they won't go to a national title or why this or why that. We have to win this game. This game is in prime time. This is in East Lansing. This is the last time we're going to play this team for a long, long time. We are in front of the world. The college football voters, the coaches will be paying attention to this game. This game could potentially, now, I am not saying we are going to do this, so do not twist my words. This game could potentially catapult us into the discussion of playoffs if we can win the rest of our games. Our schedule for the rest of the season is tough, but I'm focusing on Michigan State, nobody else right now. Michigan State is the next hurdle. We lost by 1 point to Georgia. We did what we needed to do against Temple, and we did what we needed to do against Boston College. Now, we're going into hostile territory. We're a second week in a row that we're on the road, and we're doing a road trip, and we're going to East Lansing. East Lansing is a gorgeous city. I love East Lansing. I love the college campus of Michigan State, and I love the stadium that the Spartans play in. The field is unnerving. It's a super narrow field when you look at it and you're on it. I have been on Michigan State's field, and you feel like the walls are closing in on you when you play that game. It doesn't bother Michigan State. It's their home territory. It's their arena. You know, they are the Spartans for a reason, and I like that they kind of pay homage to the Spartans and the way that they used to battle. But we can't let that get to us. Yes, we're going into a hostile environment, and we have to prove to the world that in prime time, on national TV, we can get it done. And the last 10 games, I hate this statistic. I hate it. I hate using it against us. The last 10 games that we have played against either a ranked opponent or in a prime time slot, we have lost. I do not want to come on Sunday or Monday or whenever I make my recap video for this game and say, well, it's now 11 straight losses in a row in primetime. I don't want to say that. I wish the Michigan State Spartans nothing but the best. Good luck. Good luck. I wish no injuries. I hope it is a clean game. I hope nobody gets hurt on either side of the spectrum. I wish you guys nothing but the best. If you're going to the game, hope you enjoy the game. If you've never been to Michigan State and this is your first time, have fun. It is an enjoyable atmosphere. And don't be a jerk. Come on. Just don't be a jerk, guys. You know, I get there's a rivalry. Talking trash is part of the rivalry. But like throwing beer cans at one another or, you know, trying to run each other off the road or whatever it is. I don't know. Don't quote me. But don't be that fan. Make your fan base proud. Be the better person. You know, ignore these crazy clowns that think that they're God's greatest gift to the world and they are entitled to everything. So if we can do all the things that I brought up in this video, we can win this football game. I think the final score will be 28-21, Notre Dame wins. It's going to be a classic game. I think it's a back-and-forth game, potentially an overtime game. I would love to see it. No, I don't. I should like just stop myself right there. I do not want to see overtime. It would be fun, yes, don't get me wrong. It would be nerve-wracking, but I don't want to see overtime. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, smash that button down below. And as always, have a great day. God bless. And go Irish. Beat Michigan State.